So I'm one day away from traveling, and therefore today's episode will not feature any sort of sentence that would need to be translated. Mostly it's because of the lack of time. However, I do have a little bit of time to talk about various topics when it comes to traveling. This might not really concern you, as in my experience, those who travel generally are able to pack bags, book flights, go to hotels and things like that. And I'm pretty sure there are many travel channels out there that would give you tips and tricks in packing and hotel booking and flight purchasing and things like that. But it does remind me that there are a couple of differences between my life here and my slightly older life back in Hungary when it comes to travel. And that might be somewhat interesting to you, who knows? One of these topics would be the general purchasing power. Now, I'm probably a bad example because my line of work allows me to earn more than the minimum wage. And while it's true that from a Hungarian perspective, people in Western countries such as France, Germany, the UK, the US, or even Austria, people earn a lot more, or people are rich. But I think, to be more precise, it's really about the perception of the possibility of getting rich. And by rich I don't mean millionaires or billionaires, but rich is someone, I guess to an ordinary person such as me, someone who is able to afford things like a house, a car, the ability to travel and things like that. So you are somewhat rich in a sense. And of course there are many tricks and tips and things like that. You can have a great career, a lawyer, a doctor, whatnot. For instance, if you're in the US and you're a doctor, you probably earn a lot of money. In Hungary you probably don't earn a lot of money, because doctors are generally not well paid, hence they usually move to Western countries for some reason. I think these are very, very unrelated things. But anyways, purchasing power of one's currency is always a big issue, and it plays a big role in one's life. And I'm pretty sure that if your currency is worth a lot less than the euro or the dollar, the pound, then you suffer from the same problems as Hungarians. One Hungarian forint, or better yet the other way around, 1 euro is currently 323 forints. If we start calculating just a tiny bit, and let's say that the average salary in Hungary is about 150,000 forints, the net salary I mean, and let's say that you take that average salary and you save up and you purchase one average salary worth of holiday. Calculating it into euros, that would mean you can have a lovely holiday for about 460 euros. Now, considering that my flight to the Azores costs about close to 400 euros, I think, and the hotel is about another 500 euros, I'm not sure that I would be able to do that from that 1 month save up. So let's take the UK for instance. According to the internet, which we can always trust, the average salary in the UK is around £1,800. And if I convert that to euros using the same logic, 1 month worth of salary saved up somehow, and the holiday I can afford would be around a 2,000 euro holiday. Of course, I assume a lot here. I assume that you speak the language of both countries, so you have a choice of working in one or in the other, which is not always the case. And I assume that somehow you have a completely average job, or in this case I have a completely average job. And based on the hypothetical calculations, which surprisingly aligns with what I usually think or how I usually estimate these kind of things, that's the amount of purchasing power or holiday power you can have just by working in one or the other country. The reason I like calculating with that is simply because if you calculate living costs, renting a place, a flat, in Hungary is a lot cheaper than in the UK. While cars have the same price, food also has the same price, but then again, the available food is different. So that's one of the topics. The other one is probably language. I'm fortunate enough to be able to travel everywhere. Money aside, I'm talking about me speaking English. And usually that's the only language I count as being able to speak. And everything else is just along for the ride, not really useful. But English is indeed useful, and that causes a lot of problems for Hungarians, simply because they don't speak English. Or even if they speak English, chances are that they are too shy to try it out. Of course, speaking the language is quite easy if you think about it. I can say or learn things such as, my name is Chris, I come from Hungary, how are you, good morning, how much does this cost, can I pay by credit card, things like that. The problem comes when you encounter problems, and that's the kind of English that is not taught in Hungarian schools. A lot of Hungarians are able to converse about extended family, some work stuff, they can describe a person's appearance, they can give you directions, all useful skills when it comes to people coming to Hungary from a different country, I guess, and they ask about yourself or your work. What I've never found in language books is exercises such as how to understand others, how to confront people, how to say the simplest things such as, sorry, come again? Or, oh, can you repeat that? I often find that people just don't have those conversational skills, if you will, that would allow them to smoothly converse with others. And sure, now that I'm talking about traveling, I can definitely touch packing, or rather, the stuff that you can have. In our modern world, it's very easy to travel, and it's very easy to get new stuff. Better suitcases, better backpacks, better clothes, hats and stuff. But then it all comes down to budget. If one plane ticket takes all of your traveling budget, then probably you can't really get the best suitcase and the best gear for traveling. And I'm pretty sure that the obvious consequences are, or at least one of them is, not enjoying your holiday as much. Of course, there is an easy solution. When I talk to people, they often say things like, oh, but why don't you travel within Hungary as a Hungarian who can't speak English and can't really afford going to other places? And the truth is that it's not a lot of fun traveling in Hungary. Hiking, for instance, that's brilliant. But when you grow up in an environment, you can't just go sightseeing to another city, because chances are that everything is more or less the same. So even though I did do a lot of hiking and museums, because I was interested in them when I was younger, I never really found myself driving around the countryside, because it's not that pretty, or walking around in a city or small town, because that's also not that interesting. It's different in the UK, for instance. There are lots of interesting places that I enjoy walking around. In Hungary, not so much. Now, I'm pretty sure that part of it is because I'm Hungarian, I've seen it all, or something like that. But then again, having a refreshing holiday with new things and new experiences costs a lot of money. And just one last thing, hotels and accommodations. Here in the UK, I'm pretty sure that, much like in the US for instance, you can get a hotel for about £50–60 easily, almost anywhere. But I can go to a campsite, spend about £12, maybe £15, and I can get a place for my tent, which is a lot of fun. In Hungary, you would get a hotel for that, a not too bad one, might I add. Maybe for £20 or $25, you would get a lot better, maybe a 3–4 star hotel even. As you go more and more to the east, things get cheaper. So, as a closing argument, or the final topic to conclude all of this, traveling to the west from Hungary is almost impossibly expensive, while traveling to Hungary from the west is ridiculously cheap and it's full of fun. Services in Hungary are a lot cheaper because salaries are lower. So if you hire a boat Or go on a guided tour. That's a lot cheaper. If I want to go on a guided tour in London, it's £10. They have lovely tours. I've been to a couple of them and I enjoyed them thoroughly. And assuming that one speaks English, it costs about 3,600 forints. So with that thought, I'm off. And then see you in about 2 weeks. If not sooner, who knows? But probably not sooner. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy all these episodes. Leave a comment and everything as usual. And if you have any suggestions or questions, just don't be afraid to ask. I hope you'll have a great time. Bye bye.